What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. I know you guys can probably already tell it is going down. Just by that title alone, you're definitely going to see this one as we're witnessing Kamala Harris' entire campaign spiraling out of control in this newest update. We have Trump's legal spokesperson and senior advisor Alina Habba coming forth with new details that potentially put Kamala Harris at risk of disqualification for the entire race, guys. I'm excited to get into this. We're gonna hop straight into it. Just make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Before we even get into it, you guys, hit that like button, also hit that subscribe button for your boy. And without further ado, let's jump straight into it, folks. Check this out.
Look, Waltz and Kamala, they can't even go on their friendlies. So we got a problem when you can't even go on the friendlies without a script. And you know what that means. Meanwhile, me, I'm still waiting for MSDNC to have me come on, or The View. They love talking about me. Let's go. Let's go. Put your boxing gloves on. Look, these are not the caliber people. These are not the caliber people that should be making life decisions for the rest of America. They cannot even run their own conversations with friendly journalists. I mean, what is a bigger warning than that? Hiding in a basement, we've lived that for 3.5 years. Sitting on Rehoboth Beach, eating ice cream while the world is falling apart. We've lived that. We don't need to replace crap with crap. We need to get real leadership back. And it's just a hands down. I can't even imagine that it's a question for anybody that they would be voting for these people. I just can't. I'm getting to a point for me, Benny, where I'm just not even sure what else I have to say other than open your eyes, let's listen clearly. And I think the answer is incredibly obvious.
I feel that same frustration that Alina Habba. I feel like we share that frustration where it's like I get on here day in and day out and I preach and I preach and I'm like, I don't know what I have to do to wake up the rest of the folks. I know a lot of folks are on board and they're seeing what I'm seeing, but there are folks out there that are still living underneath that delusional state to say that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are ahead of JD Vance, Donald Trump. It just doesn't make sense, guys.
I think people had their brains broken with TDS, and I think that's it. And they're just running on that, and that train is out of fuel. And last night's debate performance by JD Vance, I think, brought over a lot of people who might have had their brains broke a little bit, and convinced them that no, this is what the actual adults in charge look like. People that are confident and can talk about issues. It was the most substantive debate I've seen in my lifetime. I think arguably the best presidential forum debate I've seen potentially in years. And so, huge kudos to you and your campaign. Those people would probably also be shocked this morning that the campaign that says that they're all about women is trying to nominate a man who allegedly is abusive, not only to his nanny and his ex-wife. We're talking about Doug Emhoff here, Kamala Harris's husband. But this morning, according to multiple news reports, there's somebody who's physically abusive with ex-girlfriends. Just talking through the news here real quick, but I have a feeling you'll have a take on this. Booze-fueled assault, slapping around his ex-girlfriend in fits of rage. This is on top of the story where he impregnated his nanny that broke up his first marriage. Democrats are trying to put this man into the White House. Not good.
He's her lead surrogate. Currently, he is one of her lead surrogates. If you name surrogates for presidential campaigns, he is one of them. Listen, everybody has a past, and when you take this risk of going into a presidential election, you better damn well take a look at what you're hiding in the closet, what you have in your treasure trove, because they will find it. And it's sad to me that this is the way the world works, that people aren't more honest with themselves and saying, maybe I'm not the best candidate because my husband has a past. If this is true, of being abusive, I have no patience for anybody like that. And I'm most certainly not going to have patience for people like that running our country. If the women want to talk in this country about policy and about the men that are going to be in charge and making decisions for our bodies and for us, it most certainly is not going to be somebody who's put his hand on a woman. And there are very few things that are an Achilles heel for me. But if somebody puts their hand on a woman and they're supposed to sit in the Oval Office and help go to bed and give the president of the United States advice, Well, that's very much a reason not to vote for her, because if that is who she selected as her husband, if that is who she thought was the best suited person for her, and that's somebody who's going to be giving her advice, I don't want that anywhere near me, my decisions, my kids, my family. And there's just I have no tolerance for abuse. When I say no.
That is where I feel the same frustration as Lena Haba. Once again, guys, you draw, and I feel like all of us draw the line right there. That's a boundary you just don't cross. This is all coming as news. He's got the nanny. He's had a mistress nanny that he's had a child with, and now he's his ex-girlfriend's coming out. I mean, this is stuff you have to think about when your wife's being put up. You're basically being vetted to be the president's wife, the first gentleman. I don't even know if that's the right title for this guy. This is just bizarre. Oh my goodness.
None. I mean zero. Zero tolerance for abuse. And you could get me to sound off for an hour on that. That there's a special place in hell for men that put hands on women.
Yes, I could not agree with you more. Somebody who's in a faithful and happy marriage, and I know you are too. Like, this is unspeakable. It says something very dark about who you are. Just want to follow up because I think it's important to obviously say we're not trying to slander or smear the guy. This has been well reported. Here we go. Kamala Harris's husband, Doug Emhoff, cheated with his first wife, impregnated their nanny. This guy's a real scumbag, and Democrats and an enormous amount of women are going to vote to put this guy into power. That seems like suicidal.
Benny, don't forget who Joe Biden married. People don't talk about it enough. But who is Jill Biden? Jill Biden. Jill Biden was married to the brother or something, or the nanny, and the same thing happened. There was, affairs and all kind, and then they died, and he married her. That story is so convoluted. You have to look it up. But when I heard that, I'm like, these are the quality of people. This is who they are in their private life. That's who they are. They're hitting people, abusing them, knocking up the nanny, and then hitting people and having. That to me is just beyond any level of comprehension that these people could actually be serving. And you know what? I'll say on that, because I know what the negative commentary will say on Twitter. I know President Trump. I've spent years with President Trump. President Trump has been accused of so many horrible things, but these are not accusations. These are things that now we're saying have come out and are true. Well, that's a problem. And it tells you a lot about the character, what goes on in somebody's home. Look at their children. I always say that tells you a lot about who people are. And I think it speaks volumes, frankly.
Wow.
This seems like a crazy question to have to ask, but here we go. Do you believe that beating women is a disqualifying factor in this presidential race? Should Kamala Harris drop out considering this new revelation?
Yeah, I would think so. I would hope so.
I don't know how you answer for this. And this is all over the place.
It's called morals.
Credible reports.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because it's morals, Benny. It's something it's called morality. It's called having a compass, a moral compass. And that is lacking. When they flip-flop on their policies, it tells you there's no true moral compass. They're just trying to win you over. Like I said, paid actors. That's literally paid actors. So that's what I think. And look, the decision's so clear. Trump 2024, baby. We got to win. We got to clean up the garbage.
Yeah. Take out the trash. Can you, in closing, Alina, can you give the people a message for the next 34 days, a little bit of marching orders, and what should we expect from the president and his team?
Yeah, President Trump has been consistent. We have policies. We've written them. We've put them up. What do we need from you? And I and President Trump and our team need from you. Get your ballots in early. If you have them, vote early. Go on Trump Force 47. There's training. I host some of them, and I've made guest appearances on them for election integrity. If you see something, say something. We will not tolerate anything this election. They're going to try shenanigans. We're not here for it. And the truth is, you've got to vote early. Vote early. And make sure you take your friends with you. And then we will be okay, because we have to be too big to rig. And President Trump says that. I'm just going to echo it. But that means getting your butt in the car and going to vote in person. If you don't have a mail-in ballot that you've received, vote early. Encourage people to vote. We cannot win without every single one of us. So I think it's obvious who's the person you should select, but now it's time to really save our country. We are losing it. We are losing the world, frankly. because of our country being in such a demise.
Yeah, I actually think that if God was done with America, that President Trump might have had a bullet, quite frankly.
Or two.
Yeah, that's right. But like the forces of darkness, man, will not prevail, and so it's a very special time.
Yo, there we have it, guys. That one coming from our friend Benny Johnson. I'll definitely be sure to leave that original video link down in the description box below for those who want to go over there. Check that out. Also, you guys to go over there and show our friend Benny Johnson a bit of love. Definitely show that guy some love, man. He's a great, solid dude. Oh my goodness, guys. Trump's legal spokesperson, senior advisor Alina Habba, laying it all out there, and I'm right there behind her, guys. This is an absolute joke show. Dumpster fire campaign. Not sure how they're going to push this thing across the finish line all the way, 30 days out, because things just keep coming out. You would have thought during the vetting process, even to be qualified to be a vice president, they would have looked into, not only her track record, but into her spouse's track record as well. But it looks like old Doug somehow slipped through the cracks, and that's just disgusting. I'm gonna say that right now. I usually preach to get the story first, but there is absolutely no excuse for things to turn physical or go left like that to that point. This could be the death blow, a huge backfire on their campaign for this to come out. And like Trump's senior advisor Alina Habba said, this is all going to fall back into the candidate's lap. Their moral code, moral compass, rather not, they believe that what was done was truly wrong or not, and it'll show a lot about them as candidates. And if the burden of this doesn't fall back into the lap of the candidate, I feel like it's going to fall into the laps of the voters who are in support of a candidate who would be trying to bring someone like this into the White House. I just think it's very harmful, guys. Definitely hop in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Do you guys see Harris owning up, taking some accountability for once, and stepping aside for that reason? Hop in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you'd enjoy more content like this. Catch you guys on the next one. We got it.